Welcome to my podcast, Loving Courageous. I'm the host, Demetris. And on today's episode, I'll be speaking about Cardi B and Offset. Offset, who has recently filed for spousal support. Offset, whose real name is Cardi, has filed for spousal support from Cardi B in their divorce proceeding. In the request, it asks that Cardi B pay him financial support after their divorce is finalized. Also, Offset requests joint custody of their children, but also requests that Cardi B home is a primary residence for their children. On the Breakfast Club, it reported that a spokesperson for Offset said the rapper does not need the money, referring to the reported spousal support request, and that his estranged wife was trying to come at him on things that were not fair. The spokesperson also claimed that Offset attorneys filed for spousal support since Cardi was asking for everything, including properties and cars, and that he did this because Cardi B is barely ever with their kids. Now, Cardi fired back and made a statement. I quote, she said, "The fact that I'm waking up right now to see that this effing and his effing ass team, I know it's not his team. I know it's his bitch ass gonna tell the Breakfast Club the only reason why this MFer asking for spouse support is because I was asking for everything and because I don't be with my kids. Yo, you such a effing," then she said PUSSY, ass in, "word to my mother, I want you to die, but I want you to die effing slow. When you die, I want you to die slow in the bed. And when you die, you gotta think of me." She also claimed in a renewed divorce paper that she asked for no child support in an effort to be done with the marriage. And she also said that Offset is allowed to see the kids. She said, I quote, "There is not one day he's not allowed to see my kids, okay? He stood up my kids 3 times. Cardi B claimed that Offset only seen their youngest child only like 5 times. She continued by saying, "And I've been trying to save your face. Stop playing because you don't want to look like the less of a bitch ass. You talk to the kids almost every single day. You call the kids almost every single day. I allow you to talk to the kids every single day. If I allow you to talk to the kids, why would I not allow you to see the kids?" She later said that she wanted her children to feel the love of both parents even if we're not together. She also alleged that Offset has not seen their kids since March. But Cardi B did not stop there. She continued by saying that Offset has not pitched in a dime since they have split. She called him out on X Spaces and said, "A whole year straight, you have left me with the kids' bills." She said, "Y'all want to know what the kids' bills?" Start adding. "My kids got their own driver. They pick them up from school, they drop them off, and they take them to gymnastics and boxing classes. The kids' driver is on a retainer for $10,000 a month. Culture school is $45,000 a year, which she said Offset did not pay. Wade school is $35,000 a year." And she also said Offset did not help her pay for that either. She also said she pays a relative $3,000 weekly to babysit, and a nanny for their baby daughter, whose name is Blossom, charges a daily fee of $500. She continued by saying Culture and Wave get tutoring 4 times a week. Each hour is $250. Culture piano class, that's $300 an hour. And she get piano classes 3 times a week. But she says she is not sure how much the gymnastics and Wave boxing classes are. But she also pays that by herself. She continued by referring to Offset by his real name, Kieri. She said, "Have I ever asked you for anything? You want spouse support so bad, and mind you, this is not even including food. My kids have a personal chef that comes from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. that I pay for because people in my house don't have time to cook." But recently, on June the 3rd, Cardi B has said that if she would have stayed with Offset, she would literally end up killing him. She said she was literally losing her mind. Cardi B decided to take on social media, thanking people for those who have been so supportive of her and calling out those who are quick to criticize. She said, I quote, "I don't think people understand how tired I was, how mentally drained I was. Drain, 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 couldn't eat. I was getting frequent headaches. I was literally losing my mind. And I gave it chances after chances after chances after chances. And said that if she was still there, saying that she was going to end up going to jail. Because she was literally going to end up killing them with her own bare hands. And was saying that it was just getting too much. She continued by saying she was depressed because the loss and the constant drama. She said she would wake up every single morning paranoid. Even claiming that at one point her managers worried about her and wanted her to see a therapist. Now this all happened before her and Offset even reconciled and welcomed their daughter Blossom. Cardi B even said that she went to therapy. She said, I did therapy and I tried and I fell back in love again and I decided to have my baby and everything. And it's just like, when it's the end of something, it's literally the end of something. And I don't know what people want me to do. She said that she feels a whole lot better now. And that she is in a place that she is very happy about. She said, I feel like I'm crawling. It's like I'm learning how to do things. Dating is new to me. And it took a long time for me to open up to somebody. She continued by saying that she did not understand why she is getting so much hate by men. She said that she even being called a hoe. And that she was married for 7 years and was faithful during the whole time of the marriage. She continued by saying, I went through a lot of effing trauma. And I had to learn myself before I even got with somebody. I had to learn myself. I had to come at peace with myself. And I had to shed a lot of effing tears so I could finally be like, yeah, I'm feeling good. And I'm sharing that. Let me share that because this is really my life that everybody having an effing opinion on. So shut the F up. So that's all that I have. But however, I will say this though, is that one, Cardi B needs to be careful what she say. Because you literally stood there and said that you want him to die slowly. So if something happens to him, girl, you're going to be the first suspect. So you may want to be careful what you say. Also, he has not been chipping in. He has not seen his kids in a long time. And I feel like, why are you asking for spousal support? First of all, he wants the kids to be living with her. So I'm confused on what the spousal support is for. You don't need it. The kids are not going to be with you. Not only that, but you hardly even see the kids. Hell, you're not even doing anything for them. Because she even said months ago that he didn't even see his kids for Christmas, which is bad. And I just feel like, to me, he needs to grow up. At the end of the day, you are still a parent. You don't stop being a parent because you in your feelings. The fact that she want a divorce and she moving on and she dating somebody else. Okay, and because Offset has a girlfriend as well. He's dating a model. I can't remember her name. But to me, why are you so mad and you ask for spousal support, but you don't even contribute? And so it's like, it's given, it's out of spite. And I just truly do not like that. If you are not going to contribute and pay for your kids' expenses, if you act like you don't want to come see them, sweetheart, you should not be asked for no spouse support. But also, Cardi B also did say that he act like he don't even want to get on a plane to fly to New York to see his kids. So I'm like, okay, well, that's his fault. And then on top of that, he actually got mad that his son Wave had the same hairstyle as Stephon Diggs. But to me, it's just a hairstyle. Like, why does that even bother you? Okay, go see your kids. You upset about a hairstyle. Aren't you in a relationship? What does the hairstyle have to do with anything? You don't even go see your kids like you supposed to, and you mad about a hairstyle. Okay, well, start contributing. And when she mentioned that she was literally thinking about like taking him out if she stayed with him any longer, I said, dang. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but when it gets to that point where you literally feel like you about to crash out, leave. Don't even stay. Because honestly, I been knew their relationship was toxic. And the one thing I don't understand is why some people act like they like the Cardi B and Offset relationship so much. I didn't understand that because I was like, y'all, they on and off all the time. They always going on social media, bashing each other sometimes. Next thing you know, they love it. Next thing you know, they can't stand each other. That is toxic. There's a difference between, you know what, we have our ups and downs versus being toxic. And also, I just feel like if you cannot control yourself, then boo, you need to go. Like, if your partner has that much control over you to where you literally feel like you about to just snap, leave. It's not even freaking worth it. I hope, honestly, that she really, is at peace. I know she said that she did go to therapy, so that's a good thing. But also, I think she don't need to let what Offset be doing get to her, because clearly you could tell Offset knows how to get under her skin. Because she always going to crash out. She always going to go on social media and talk about it. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. But however, I think there's an issue when you're always going on social media. And that is their issue. They always going on social media, but then be like, stay out of my business. Well, stop putting it on social media. And that's why Stefan Diggs told her, like, don't even respond to him. Leave it alone. Because I'm not trying to be funny, but you have to have some type of self-control. In situations like this, you can't always let those people get underneath your skin, because that's exactly what he's doing. The moment she stopped responding, he'll be pissed. I mean, he already mad, but he'll be mad even more. Oh, well. Because, I mean, Offset needs to grow up. I think both of them need to grow up, but the fact that he's standing here and he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, he's not contributing and stuff, boy, you need to grow the heck up. We'll see how it looks in the future for them. Hopefully it gets better. Who knows? That's all for the topic, and now I'm going to get into the Black History Fact for today. The Black History Fact will be about Bayard Rustin, the human rights activist that is known for his work during the Civil Rights Movement. Bayard Rustin was a key organizer of the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom and was one of Martin Luther King Jr.'s closest advisors, especially on techniques of nonviolent resistance. Bayard Rustin was extremely active in the Congress of Racial Equality, also known as CORE, C-O-R-E, and helped to create the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Early in his career, he was arrested for a moral cause, which led to his outing to the public. However, once he was outed, Bayard Rustin was completely open about his sexuality and was never ashamed. Criticism and discrimination over his sexuality led him to have a more background role in the civil rights movement. He never wanted his sexuality to have a negative effect on the movement, which is often the reason why Bayard Rustin efforts are not widely known. From 1965 to 1979, he served as the head of the A. Philip Randolph Institute, the AFL-CIO African American Constituency Group, serving alongside A. Philip Randolph until his passing in 1979. Bayard Rustin worked to integrate unions and promote unions among African Americans. He served on several humanitarian missions to Vietnam, Haiti, and Cambodia during the years of 1970s and 1980s. In the 80s, he became part of the LGBTQ+ movement and an advocate for AIDS education. In 1986, testimony on behalf of New York State Gay Right Bill, he stated that gay people are the new barometer for social change. He felt that injustice everywhere should not be tolerated and must be protested. He passed away on August the 24th of 1987. Due to appendicitis. That is all for today. Thank you everyone for listening to my podcast, and I hope you all have a lovely day.